My wife let a stranger destroy everything we built together, and I couldn't be more grateful. I think you should stay at your brother's for a while. Marcus needs stability. My wife Naomi said it calmly, standing in our kitchen, arms crossed, not looking at me. I stared at her. 15 years of marriage, our house, our life, everything we'd built. You're choosing him over me? He's been through so much, David. He needs us right now. You're just making everything harder with your suspicions and accusations. He's wearing my father's watch, the Rolex Dad gave me before he died. It's just a watch. He's a child who's never had anything nice. One watch won't kill you. Something inside me went cold. Not angry, not hurt, just cold, clear, detached. Okay, I said. She blinked. Okay, I'll pack tonight. I went upstairs, threw clothes into a duffel bag, toiletries, laptop, important documents, took my father's watch off Marcus's wrist while he slept. He didn't even wake up. Naomi stood in the hallway. This is temporary, just until things settle down. Sure. I walked out, got in my car, drove away, but I didn't go to my brother's house, and I wasn't going to let this go. My name's David Chen, 41 years old, IT security specialist. I find vulnerabilities, I expose fraud, I track digital footprints. I'd been married to Naomi for 15 years when she announced, not asked, announced, that we were fostering a troubled teen named Marcus. He showed up with one garbage bag of clothes, fresh bruises on his knuckles, scared eyes, tragic backstory about abuse, and 12 failed foster placements. He just needs a chance, Naomi said. Someone to believe in him. I didn't want to foster. We'd spent $40,000 on failed IVF treatments over 5 years, 4 rounds, all failures. Our marriage was fragile, barely surviving. We needed time to heal, not a troubled teenager. But Naomi had already made the decision, signed the papers, talked to the social worker. Marcus was moving in whether I agreed or not. Within a week, things started disappearing. My watch, not the Rolex, just a $300 Seiko, gone from my nightstand. $200 from my wallet. I always kept cash in my wallet. $450s, gone. Naomi's jewelry, 3 pieces, small stuff she didn't wear often, but gone. When I confronted Marcus, Naomi defended him. He's been through 12 foster homes. He doesn't know how to trust yet. Probably just testing boundaries. Testing boundaries by stealing? We don't know that he took anything. Things get misplaced. You're being paranoid. Then it got worse. Marcus stayed out until 3 a.m., sometimes 4 a.m. Wouldn't say where he'd been. Naomi would wait up for him, make him food, sit with him while he ate, talk to him like he was her child. Meanwhile, she stopped coming to bed, stopped having conversations with me. Every discussion became about Marcus's needs, Marcus's trauma, Marcus's future. I pulled our bank statements, joint checking account, joint savings. Naomi had given Marcus $1,500 in allowance over 6 weeks, $250 per week for a foster kid who supposedly had nothing. Our joint savings account, the one we'd built for 15 years, had dropped $8,000 in 3 months. Withdrawals, cash, no explanation. The final straw came when I found Marcus in the living room wearing my father's vintage Rolex, the one Dad gave me the week before he died, his prized possession, worth $12,000, irreplaceable. Where did you get that? I asked, voice steady, controlled. Marcus smirked, actually smirked. Naomi said I could borrow it. For a date, I found Naomi in the kitchen. That was my father's watch. He's been through so much, David. He's never had anything nice. One watch won't kill you. It's just a material object. It's my father's watch, the last thing he gave me before he died. And Marcus is a child who needs to feel valued, who needs to see that people care about him. That's more important than a watch. That's when I said it, when I drew the line. Choose, me or him. She didn't hesitate, didn't pause, didn't consider. I think you should stay at your brother's for a while. Marcus needs stability. You're creating too much conflict. And that's when I knew. She'd already chosen, weeks ago, maybe months ago. I was the obstacle, the problem, the one making things difficult. Okay, I said, and I left. I rented a small apartment across town, 1 bedroom, furnished, month-to-month lease. Didn't tell Naomi the address, just said I was at my brother's, and I did what I do best, what I've done professionally for 20 years. I investigated. I pulled Marcus's foster records through a contact at Child Protective Services, someone I'd done cybersecurity work for, called in a favor. The records were wrong, all wrong. Forged documents, fake social security number, false birth certificate. Marcus Anderson, the name on his foster paperwork, wasn't 17 years old. He was 23. I ran his fingerprints, lifted them off a glass in our house before I left, ran them through multiple databases. Got a hit. Marcus Chen, also known as Trevor Walsh, also known as David Martinez, also known as Lucas Bennett, professional con artist. 6 years of running foster scams across 4 states, 7 active warrants for fraud, identity theft, and grand larceny. His pattern was simple. Pose as a troubled foster teen. Target childless couples with money and soft hearts, especially couples dealing with infertility. They were desperate for a child. Easy marks. Move in, play the victim, take everything, disappear. One couple in Oregon lost $50,000 before they realized what was happening. Another couple in Idaho lost their house, mortgaged it to pay for his college fund. He vanished the day after the money cleared. A family in Nevada. Parents found him stealing their checkbook, called the police. Marcus accused them of abuse. They spent $30,000 on legal fees proving their innocence. The bruises on his knuckles, makeup, professional theatrical makeup. I found the compound compact in his room, hidden in the air vent. The tragic foster history? Script, carefully crafted, tested on dozens of families. He targeted couples like us, couples who'd failed at IVF, couples desperate for a child, couples whose marriages were already strained, and he destroyed them. Marcus's 18th birthday was coming up in 2 months. Naomi had been planning a massive party, posted about it constantly on Facebook. Our son is finally becoming a man. So proud of his journey. Foster family, proud mom. Can't believe Marcus is turning 18. Time flies when you're watching someone bloom. Blessed. She'd invited everyone. Her sister, her parents, our friends, co-workers. 60 people RSVP'd. She'd spent thousands on catering. Rented a tent for the backyard. Hired a photographer. I contacted Marcus's previous victims. All 7 families. Got written statements, photos, bank records, court documents. Hired a private investigator to verify everything. To document Marcus's current activities. The PI found him running the same scam. Stealing jewelry, draining accounts, playing the victim. Then I called Naomi's sister, her parents, our closest friends, the ones invited to the party. Come to Marcus's birthday party, I said. There's something everyone needs to see, something important about who Marcus really is. They all came. 60 people, curious, concerned, loyal to Naomi. The party was beautiful. Naomi had outdone herself. String lights in the backyard, catered food, professional bar, live music. Marcus played his role perfectly, hugging guests, thanking Naomi for saving his life, telling stories about his troubled past, how Naomi was the first person to believe in him. I arrived uninvited, walked through the side gate, laptop bag over my shoulder. Naomi froze when she saw me. David, what are you doing here? I brought a birthday present, I said. For Marcus. I connected my laptop to the TV she'd set up for the slideshow, the one meant to display photos of Marcus's journey, his transformation, his growth. Everyone, I said, voice calm, clear, projected across the backyard. I want to show you who we're really celebrating today. I played my slideshow. Different slideshow than Naomi planned. Marcus's mugshots, 4 different names, 4 different states. His real birth certificate, age 23, not 17. Court documents showing fraud convictions in Oregon and Nevada. Photos of him with different families, different names, same tragic backstory, same vulnerable smile. Bank statements showing $23,000 missing from our accounts. Withdrawals, cash, credit card charges, testimony from previous victims. 7 families, $200,000 total stolen. The backyard went silent, completely silent. Just the sound of the slideshow advancing. Click, click, click. This is Marcus Chen, I said, also known as Trevor Walsh, also known as David Martinez, also known as Lucas Bennett. He's a professional con artist who targets foster families. He's stolen over $200,000 from families like ours. He has 7 active warrants across 4 states. Marcus's face went white, completely drained of color. He looked at Naomi, at the guests, at me. He tried to leave, walked quickly toward the side gate. 2 police officers stepped into view, blocking his path. I'd called them before the party, gave them everything. They'd been waiting. Officers are here for the warrants, I said. Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, Washington. Marcus bolted, actually ran, tried to jump the fence. 2 officers tackled him in the kitchen, took him down hard, cuffed him. Naomi grabbed my arm. This is insane. You're ruining his birthday. I have his fingerprints, I said calmly. They match all 7 warrants. I have testimony from 4 families he conned. I have our bank records showing $23,000 missing. And I have his real birth certificate. He's 23 years old, Naomi. He's not a child. Marcus stopped struggling, looked up at Naomi, and dropped the act completely. You people are so easy, he said, voice different now, harder, colder. 1 word about trauma, and you hand over everything. Your money, your trust, your lives. You're desperate, pathetic. The officers lifted him up, started walking him out. The bruises were makeup, I said to Naomi. The foster history was a script. He's been doing this for 6 years. You weren't helping a child. You were funding a con artist. Naomi stood there, shaking, staring, guests starting to leave, quietly, uncomfortably. 60 people filing out in silence. Her sister approached slowly. Did you know? No, Naomi whispered. He needed help. He's 23, I repeated. He played you from day one. The officers led Marcus out through the side gate, guests parting to let them through, some filming on phones, some just staring. Naomi turned to me, tears streaming. Why didn't you tell me? I tried, multiple times. You didn't want to hear it. You called me paranoid, accused me of not wanting to help, and when I asked you to choose, you chose him. You kicked me out of my own house. I thought I was helping a child. You were so desperate to save someone that you destroyed us, our marriage, our savings, everything we built. I picked up my laptop, disconnected it. Divorce papers will be filed Monday. You can keep the house. I'm done. David, please, I made a mistake. My father's watch was in a pawn shop in Cincinnati. Took me 3 weeks to track it down. Cost me $15,000 to get it back. Double what it's worth. Our savings is gone. $23,000. Our marriage is gone. Everything is gone. I walked toward the gate, stopped, looked back. You wanted a child so badly you let a stranger destroy everything we built together. I hope it was worth it, and I walked out.